Hi, I'm Ivan Slavich, the CEO of Soldier On. Soldier On enables veterans and their families to thrive. We provide health and wellbeing services, employment, learning and participation services. We are here with Bert Le-Merton, a living legend. He served in World War II, in North Africa and in the Pacific. We're here to speak with Bert. I hope you enjoy what he has to say. Bert Le-Merton, it's fantastic to meet you, Bert. A living legend, so it's just absolutely fabulous. And we'd just like to ask you some questions today. So can you tell us a little bit about your family life, particularly in your younger years? You know, where were you born, where were you raised? Just tell us a little bit about your earlier life, Bert.
Well, my mum introduced me to this world in Wagga Wagga District Hospital on the 18th of November 1918. For the early part of my life we lived at the chalet, or near the chalet, in the Buffalo National Park. My father was a porter there. My mum was a housemaid. There are some odd photographs of me as a boy, or as a very little boy, undertaking a tradesman's job of sorts. I left school at age 16 to get a job. I'd failed the intermediate certificate and I was no way I was going to repeat. I got a job with Stromberg Carlson at 10 shillings a week to put radios together, in point of fact, wireless sets. In those days they were all rather large contraptions. Life was just the ordinary sort of life of a young bloke in those days. In my more adult years, getting into the 18, 19 age groups, I was bike riding, of course. I bought a bike, paid for it by saving tram fares getting to work. By the time I'd reached adulthood, 21 years, the government had decided that there should be a group of trained personnel who were available, if necessary, for the defence of Australia. That's when I became a man. On the 27th of May 1940, I was called up for the RAF and I consequently joined the 2nd 13th Australian Infantry Battalion on that day.
Can you tell us a little bit about your service in World War II, like where you served, who you served with, and maybe some of the mates that you met along the way?
I served with the 2nd 13th Battalion throughout WW2. I served first in the light anti-aircraft platoon. When we got to Palestine, it was decided that most of the anti-aircraft platoon members should be in the mortar platoon. So we served as mortar members throughout the fighting periods of the 2nd 13th. We served in Egypt, through to Libya, and eventually came back to Palestine. We served later at El Alamein, and later again, of course, we came back to Australia and then served in New Guinea and finally in Borneo.